This review is one of many new videos on Nostalgia Critic The Awesoming. DVDs are still available at theawesomestore.com.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Every once in a while, an astounding internet achievement comes along that was not done by me. But they're mostly done by me. This one was done by me. The review must go on signal the triumphant return of yours truly. After 6 months of retirement, which in internet time is like 10 years, this video came out announcing that your one and only critic was coming back. It was bold, poetic, daring, and not the least bit pretentious whatsoever. No, really, there's not a trace of it at all. It perfectly summed up the majesty and wonder of a man who screams at a piece of plastic with a superhero logo on it. The internet exploded, fans rejoiced, and yes, even a few tears were shed. Mostly to those who missed demo reel. We apologize to both of you. So, let's see what changed the course of all mankind! Or just got a trending credit on Twitter, which is difficult. This is The Review Must Go On. It opens with everyone's favorite not replacement, Donnie Dupre, getting himself some coffee only to find it suddenly transformed into water. Oh, so it's a Starbucks coffee. Confused by this, he stares at his water, which, according to many viewers, is what most people would like to do rather than watching demo reel.
No one does that anymore.
Yeah, not
ever.
Ever.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
you've seen
you know,
rabbit,
that's
raccoons,
true.
and squirrels.
Is it me, or is the water looking a little, phallic microphony? No, I mean, it must be something trying to communicate with him. That looks like a burnt Twinkie, it's too symbolic, you wouldn't get it. But he snaps back to kinda reality as Tacoma and Rebecca talk about their next film. A Carmen Sandiego movie?
Carmen Sandiego has stolen a time machine and she's going back through history, settling all of history's greatest scores.
Killing Hitler, letting Crazy Horse win.
Hey, as long as there's a role for acapella, this actually kinda sounds cool. But things get stranger when Rebecca suddenly disappears, followed by Quinn. Gwen! Who gave me this warm Baileys?
It's not Bailey's, it's Yoo-Hoo.
Hey, come on, ages between 5 and mentally retarded love Yoo-Hoo.
I searched the whole internet. Public records, everything. There is no Quinn.
Well, of course not. He was on demo reel. I imagine anyone would want to disappear that was in that. But once Tacoma vanishes too, Donnie starts to panic. Oh, it's the letter Fox sent to Bryan Singer after X-Men 3. Carl. Donnie tries approaching Carl, but he doesn't seem to be himself either.
Yeah?
Still looks more realistic than Jurassic World. A bright light appears, and suddenly we're transported to the retina-burning colors of the writer's house. He's stuck on what he wants to write next, so he takes out the garbage. I'm sure there was a very important reason to show that. Maybe it just demonstrated how Chester A. Bum relocates. Oh my god, this is the greatest move I've ever had in my life! Why am I suddenly flying? When he's still not able to write, he gets a knock on the door from the mailman. This calls for pointless Sam Raimi style editing. Groovy. But he finds the movie he got in the mail is not the one he was hoping for.
I ordered the original Odd Couple, not the Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Nothing like that classic stalker cam to make you feel like you're watching something you probably shouldn't, which I guess some critics would argue is very appropriate. But he makes the mistake every foolishly optimistic Jennifer Garner fan makes. He puts it on and watches it. What follows is something you see very rarely out of him, a rant.
No! First of all, before you grow your tomato child, didn't you think, like, an orphanage? Hello, you could go to an orphanage! How am I supposed to like these people at all?
You do know that we're not supposed to know that you know there's a camera watching you, right? but he literally becomes afraid of his own shadow and is inspired to give a call to his friend Lewis.
I got a bit of a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you think I did the right thing ending the Nostalgia Critic?
Well, that just nyahs my nyah.
If you think you only have enough for once in a while, just keep it once in a while and go out on top.
Hey, look! He made himself a robotic chicken finger.
Thanks, man.
Oh, hey, Poyo and Harvey say hi too.
Lewis, buddy, are you convinced that the characters from your show are real people?
Of course not. I'm not deranged. It's just Poyo and Harvey that are real.
Okay, really, is it any crazier than you seeing your imaginary characters and talking when nobody's around? We return to the thrilling continuation of Guy staring at computer screen when he slowly gets the urge to watch some of his greatest hits. Only to find his greatest hits start watching him.
What am I supposed to go back to anyway? Quoting memes and running jokes?
It isn't always about memes and running jokes. Wow, a guy arguing with his computer screen when clearly no one's listening? This must be what every forum everywhere is like.
Every single time you thought you were done with it, you came up with something better. When you had time to think, time to focus, time to put that extra effort in.
It is very telling that the time his performance feels the most honest is when he's praising himself.
Then why don't you just make me go away?
See? I told you can't get rid of me!
Jesus, he's following him all over online without quitting. He's like a Facebook ad. He turns off the computer to remember the glory days of egos past. Christ, he's not gonna sing a song, is he?
I dreamed a dream to bitch and whine.
This calls for some more Sam Raimi style editing.
Okay, that's it.
Wait a minute, what am I talking about? That wasn't Sam Raimi, that was Shaun of the Dead. Big difference. He then calls another friend for advice, Lindsay.
Doug, are you chewing on something?
Tranquilizers. I've taken enough to kill a baby rhinoceros.
Wow, what pharmacy can I go to get that? I have a very stressed out horse.
Should I bring back the Nostalgia Critic?
The critic had a great run, but now it's time to branch out and do new things.
But Lindsay doesn't want to take a chance, so she sends her personnel assassin, that was so much funnier on paper, to take care of the situation. This has been a New York moment. New York. Fucking New York.
Hey, Doug! Yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you.
But she confuses his brother for him. Yeah, I guess all us white people do look alike.
Just don't go doing Nostalgia Critic anymore. So there.
Did I just get trolled by sadness from Inside Out? This affects our star little as he falls asleep at his kitchen table. As most people do.
Bring me back.
Yeah, bring him back! Bring him back!
Pee-wee Herman, what are you doing here?
It's a dream. Dreams are like that.
Come on, let's go write Mark Wahlberg's fake penis from Boogie Nights!
Oh boy, he's gonna have some questions when he wakes up.
You know, it's not like we didn't wonder about this guy already, but his secret's about as well kept as Bill Cosby's grocery list. He calls up one last friend to get some advice.
Hello.
Hey Brad, I'm having a debate on whether or not to bring the Nostalgia Critic back.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Well, I see a review of his movie coming up. The past seems to be getting closer though, with his wit's end being pushed.
Not bringing them back, you hear? I got other ideas I want to try, new ideas. Stuff I've always wanted to do.
Okay, as the only ghost who haunts this place, I was just trying to get you to talk to yourself a little less. But now I see it was actually pretty counterproductive. It was very stupid.
Okay, word of advice, never look in a mirror, let alone open a mirror in something establishing a creepy tone, because it will inspire something shun-worthy. And even some things not shun-worthy.
I'll tell you what.
If you answer this honestly, I'll go away forever. Do you want to do this again? Do you have that same passion you had before? Jesus, he's deciding whether or not to do an internet show, not make a deal with the fucking devil. That you know of. But you know who finally takes human form, and they discuss the rules regarding his return.
Reviews every 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
If we still want these jokes to still be fresh and funny, I need more time on them, and that's gonna be 2 weeks.
If I have to hear that timing joke one more time, the blood of somebody's balls will spill. No more cutoff dates.
What?
I want to review whatever I want, whenever I want.
But you're the Nostalgia Critic. It's in your name.
I won't review anything currently in theaters. That one you definitely don't want to break, or dozens of OCDers will flip their shit and go insane. Although the rule about never doing another Nostalgia Critic, that one's okay to break. Some rules are more equal than others.
This has to be the first review.
Why? I think the real question is, why don't you know?
This is the movie that brought you back.
They agree to the terms, and he finally starts writing his ending. His beautiful, well-composed, totally cop-out ending. Who are you? What are you?
I'm the creator.
I'm in the Truman Show?
The person you are now is the direct result of a choice.
Tacoma, you're here too?
A choice you made for the sake of the plot.
Plot?
Yes.
Tell me more, Chris Tucker-style dance slide.
You sacrificed yourself to the plot hole, bringing order to chaos.
Your mind couldn't handle the paradox of your own martyrdom.
You know, it's a little hard to make it sound like this was the intention the whole time when you literally showed us for 20 minutes this was not the intention the whole time.
Who was I?
He's shown that he is in fact the Nostalgia Critic and that his whole demo reel experience was the plot hole's version of some sort of purgatory. Because if Lost has shown us anything, it's that kind of ending goes over especially well.
You son of a bitch! Do you have any idea how much this shit scarred me? Do you have any idea the hell I had to go through here? I was a god-awful filmmaker. I made movies that nobody liked. I tried telling everybody my good intentions, but no one ever listened to me.
I lost my horse, I nearly drowned, I almost died trying to fight the nothing!
But perhaps now you're a little wiser. You can still criticize all you want, but deep down inside you'll always know what it's like to be on the other side.
Perhaps it'll lead to editorials that seem surprisingly more understanding than many of your other videos. But if you look at the inconsistencies of the character in the past, it still kind of makes sense. It's like the Zelda timeline. If you start with a link to the past and then move on to...
Now walk through that portal and face your destiny. That's an order.
So, his former co-stars seem bizarrely okay with fading away into nothingness, as Donnie walks through the portal and arrives as the Nostalgia Critic in his office. Huh, that was nice of Reality to leave his suit and hat hanging nicely. How exactly did this work again? That's right, Internet. You have a new old critic to talk about new old things with once more. Finally, our triumphant champion has returned. Is that wall a different color? Show ruined. Team Oops realizes they made a mistake, Lindsay corpses the camera, and a new age of entitled shamelessness begins. And that was The Review Must Go On, and even though I may be a little emotionally compromised by it, I do think it is in fact the greatest thing ever made. The writing, the acting, the absolute chemistry from one actor to another, even if they're both usually the same actor, it's just amazing. I highly recommend this opus of opusness and all its opusy oputasticness opus. So what are you waiting for? Go check out the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life before the writer grows a conscience while writing this. Wait, if I said that, that probably means he already is. He'll probably make me say it's only okay. Like I just did right there. Get your strings off of me, Puppet Master! I'm a human being! I'm a human being! Yeah, I think this review's meta enough too.